What's up, everybody? My name is Brad and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm here to talk about my February TBR, everything I'm planning to read in the month of February. And I say everything like it's a whole bunch of books. It's not. It's like 4 books. So not very many, but we're still going to talk about them, and I'm still excited about all of these books. So first up, so this one is a carryover from January, which is fine because I knew I would not finish this one in January because it's like a 950 something page book. But I did start it last month, and that is Swan Song by Robert McCammon. I got 104 pages into it, which doesn't sound like a lot since it's a 900 page book, but really I didn't spend much time on it, so I feel like I read those 100 pages pretty quick. So I do think this is going to be a fairly fast read once I actually can devote some time to it. But what I've read so far, I'm loving it. I'm loving all the characters. I think my favorite two characters are Sister Creep, who is a homeless lady in New York who's probably not all there. She's sort of preaching the word of Jesus, but she thinks he's coming back in like a flying saucer, so she's not all there. I really like her, and I also really like the character of Black Frankenstein, which is the guy's wrestling name. His real name is Joshua Hutchins, and they're both great. I think he might be my favorite, and it's awesome so far. I'm loving all the different characters, like I said. And this isn't really a spoiler because that's what the whole book is about, but America gets nuked in the first 100 pages, and the two scenes where we are getting destroyed, even though it's a terrible thing, were absolutely awesome and gripping. Especially, I won't say who it is, but there's one where a character's point of view where we get attacked, but we're counterattacking. So they're in like the middle of this cornfield, this huge cornfield that goes on for miles and miles, and all these missile silos are underneath. So all these missiles are shooting up from within the corn, and the corn's catching on fire. It's just a really awesome scene, and that you don't really think about sort of that perspective too much in any sort of post-apocalyptic book where nuclear war is involved. It's always about, you know, the explosion, the bombs going off, but never the missiles actually launching off, and what that would be like and how terrifying that would be to feel the earth shake and watch these giant rockets fly up, you know, a couple hundred yards away. So that was really cool. I'm loving it so far. Like I said, I think I've met the bad guy. I think the man who loves movies is the villain in this. Very weird person. I don't know if he's really a person because it seems like he can either change what he looks like or he looks different to whoever views him. But anyway, I'm rambling. This is awesome so far. I hope to hopefully, we'll finish it up in February. We'll see. I'm going to take my time with it. But we'll be continuing on reading Swan Song by Robert McCammon. Up next, this is the Spinebreakers book club pick for February, and that is The Night House by Yo Nesba. I've heard a lot of mixed things about this one. Actually, I've heard a lot of people saying they didn't really care too much for it. It seems like they really like the beginning of it, and a lot of people don't really care the twist or how it ends up and whatnot. But I'm interested to check it out myself and see what it's all about. But this one is about a teenager. I believe his name is Richard. His parents pass away. He goes to live with his uncle. And so he's not only the new kid in town, but he seems to be kind of strange or quiet. So he's kind of an outcast at school. And then once he shows up, a kid from town disappears. So everyone automatically blames the new kid. It's his fault. And it seems like Richard actually saw what happened, that the boy, there's a phone booth out in the woods, I guess on the edge of town, and the boy that is disappeared, he was actually sucked into the phone receiver, which of course, if he says that, no one's going to believe him, and then the story goes on from there. I'm really curious to see what it's about, since a lot of people don't like it. I want to see if I do like it or not, or maybe I will hate it just as much as other people have. I don't know, we'll see. The cover on here is awesome. I love the cover. But like I said, this is the Spinebreakers book club pick for February. If you're interested in reading long, we'll be reading it throughout the month. You can check out the Discord server where we'll be discussing if we love it or hate it. We'll see. So feel free to join. The link for that is down in the description. So we're going to be reading The Night House by Yo Nesba for the Spinebreakers book club for February. Up next, I'm going to be reading, this is an arc, so this book doesn't come out, it says until April, but the author, he's going to be a guest on Paper Cuts in February, along with guest host Megan Lucas, and we're going to be reading Nothing But the Bones by Brian Panowich. I've never read anything by Panowich before, but we're deviating away from the horror, getting some crime on the TBR. This one is about sort of a good guy that falls in with the wrong crowd. He sort of becomes like an enforcer, the muscle kind of guy, and he ends up accidentally killing somebody in a fight while defending a young woman, and then those two go on the run, fleeing from, I guess, the law and the crime family that he's involved with. For whatever reason, they're now chasing him down. So sort of a cross-country adventure crime novel. It sounds fun. And again, like I said, I've never read Panowich before, so I don't know too much of what to expect from his writing style. But it sounds like a lot of fun. I love the title, Nothing But the Bones. Usually any book that has the word bones in the title is going to catch my attention. Yeah, so we'll be reading this one and then discussing it with Brian on Paper Cuts, like I said, with guest host Megan Lucas, sometime in the middle of February. I don't remember the exact date right now, but all that promo stuff will be coming out soon. This one is Nothing But the Bones by Brian Panowich. And then the final book we're going to be reading, so I think this might be the year of Robert McCammon for me, because I'm going to be reading another Robert McCammon book. And this one is the February pick for the From Hell Book Club, hosted by Kelly from Kelly Hooked on Books. And this is Mine by Robert McCammon. Hopefully the glare is not on there too bad. I can't see the camera, so I don't know. I honestly don't know too much about this one. And what I do know about it wasn't what I was expecting this one to be about. Apparently there is a woman named Mary the Terror, I believe her nickname is. She kidnaps a baby and then flees cross country with the baby. And then the mom of that baby hires like a tracker, bounty hunter person to help track down Mary and her child that has been kidnapped. So it's a kidnap story, which I really wasn't expecting. I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that. The cover's kind of creepy with the eyeball torn through. Looks like a baby blanket or something. But this one is one that I haven't really heard too much about, whether people like it or dislike it. It's sort of one of the quieter McCammon books. Everyone talks about Swan Song and Boy's Life. This one sort of gets left by the wayside. So we'll see. Everything I've read by McCammon so far, which is not much. I've read Boy's Life, The Listener, currently reading Swan Song, like I said. I love his stuff. So this one I'm expecting to love as well. We shall see. Yeah, this one is, like I said, for the From Hell Book Club, hosted by Kelly Hooked on Books. I'll link her channel down in the description. Looking forward to diving into some more McCammon. I really need to get into his backlog because he's an author I really enjoy, but like I said, I haven't read much of his stuff. But that's it. Gonna hold it to 4 books for the month, especially with Swan Song being about 1,000 pages. If I have time, I'll sneak some other things in here or there, but like I said last month in the January TBR, I'm going to keep my TBRs short and simple, something I can actually manage and finish up. So that's it. That's the 4 books I'm planning to read in the month of February. If you've read any of these or looking to read any of these, let me know down in the comments below. And also let me know what you're planning to read in February. But that's all I have for you guys today. So thank you for spending your time with me. Again, my name is Brad, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.